Well, it's like climbing a mountain, really, but there's no reason why we can come up here. Nobody really fancies us outside Highbury, so we can relax and enjoy the game and hopefully get the goals that we need.
Philosophical, and what on earth would you expect? Well, I suppose if you believe in happy endings, then the script has already been written and the Championship trophy will stay here at Anfield for another year. Well, that's the obvious conclusion, that Liverpool will win the double, just as everyone said they would 12 months ago. Well, some might say that Lady Luck has played a big part in Liverpool's unbeaten run, Bobby, since January the 1st, unbeaten since January the 1st. It's a remarkable run and no mistake. Bobby Robson, the England manager, joining us tonight.
Thank you. Well, not luck. I think great team play, great desire to win the championship, great ambition within the club, wonderful players, great stamina. You have to do that all the time to do the double. And I think they just deserve every credit that's been lauded upon them these last 2 months.
But Arsenal aren't out of it.
Oh no, they have to win and they know that. And they'll take a positive approach. The players know what they have to do. They've had more than a week to think about it. They won't sit back. It's lovely. It's poised beautifully, if I may say so, because it gives Liverpool an even greater chance in many respects, because they have to attack of Arsenal and they have to leave themselves to some degree wide open, and they've got to get 2 goals. 1 goal isn't enough. So if they get ahead, which in a sense, a lot of people here will hope will happen.
And which could give Liverpool the jitters.
Oh,
if that
yes.
happens, right?
The cat then really is amongst the pigeons.
Well, Bobby, thanks very much. It's 100 years since English football produced an occasion such as this. The teams occupying first and second place in the Championship. Head-to-head, the last match of the season for the League Championship. The Anfield roar welcoming and intimidating as we join our commentary team of David Pleat and Brian Moore.
Thank you, Elton. Good evening, everybody. Let's have a look at the 2 teams. Liverpool with Bruce Grobbelaar in goal. Number 2, Gary Ablett, who'll play centre-back. Number 3, Steve Staunton, who returns after injury to the side at left-back. Number 4 is Steve Nicol, he'll be at right-back. Number 5, Ronnie Whelan, the captain, with subtlety in midfield. And number 6, Alan Hansen, recovered from a leg injury, another centre-back. 7 is Ray Houghton. 8, John Aldridge, who scored in each of his last 6 games. 9 is Ian Rush. It means that Peter Beardsley is again a substitute. 10 is John Barnes. And 11, the man with the fierce competitive streak in midfield, Steve McMahon. Arsenal, meanwhile, with John Lukic in goal. Lee Dixon at right-back wearing number 2. At number 3, Nigel Winterburn. 4 is Michael Thomas, so strong in the midfield. And 5, David O'Leary. 16 seasons at Arsenal David's had, and never so close to a championship medal as this. 6, the young captain Tony Adams. 7, David Rocastle, scorer of a stunning goal here in the Littlewoods Cup, the man Liverpool will really fear. Number 8, Kevin Richardson, contesting that midfield. 9 is the top scorer with 24 goals, Alan Smith. 10 is Steve Bold. Now, a bit of a surprise on a night when you imagine that Arsenal must really attack, that a third centre-back, Steve, has been included. Number 11, Paul Merson. And the substitutes for Liverpool, Barry Venison and Peter Beardsley. For Arsenal, Perry Groves and Martin Hayes. So a night of chilling simplicity about it, really. Arsenal must win by 2 goals to take the title. Anything less, and it stays on Merseyside with Liverpool. And Arsenal, in their changed strip of yellow, get the game underway, attacking the goal to our right. Just think, 10 months of struggle in all conditions since last August. And it's all on the last 90 minutes now. And the first time that our huge TV audience will actually see a title decided in the Football League. I just hope you're going to be comfortable there on the very edge of your seats for the next hour and a half or so. And the manager who's in line, if they win tonight, to become the first manager ever to win the league and cup double twice. Liverpool's Kenny Dalglish looking very relaxed there. Ablett on the ball. Hansen, who came off at half-time against West Ham on Tuesday with a leg injury. It means a lot for Liverpool that he's recovered. Young Gary Ablett doesn't often venture forward like this. Barnes, Liverpool looking very positive. And another free kick. Again, apparently given against Bold for Liverpool. No matter than 7 or 8 yards outside the Arsenal penalty area, fairly central, and one would imagine the sort of situation that John Barnes might try to exploit. Lukic will need to line that wall perfectly. Staunton's behind it as well. Whelan as well, who's got a good record. I remember a marvellous goal he scored at Coventry from this sort of situation. But I think Barnes might well be the favourite, though Staunton's coming up, and in fact drives it straight through the wall, and Lukic was the one to gather. David?
With the insurance of O'Leary playing centrally, Bold and Adams will be able to get awfully tight to both Rush and Aldridge, and that resulted in that free kick there.
Rocastle, it came off Nicol, and Arsenal get a corner. Kevin Richardson will take it. O'Leary's gone to the near post. Arsenal's so good at these little flick-ons from the near post if the ball is served inaccurately, and that's what Richardson needs to do now. Bold is in there as well. There's the little flick-on by Steve Bold. Hansen struggling to get it away. Michael Thomas high over the Liverpool crossbar into that crowded Kop. Earlier this season, Arsenal, if they are looking for encouragement, came here, and Liverpool will admit it, that they outplayed them for most of a Littlewoods Cup tie, but had to be content with a 1-1 draw. There's Nicol. A positive charge there by Adams, but it falls for Whelan. A foul on Smith. Arsenal get a free kick.
I think Liverpool will have to be very wary about giving too many free kicks away. Arsenal have got some very big chaps in the side. They'll go up, Bold will go up for every free kick. He's already flicked on a corner, and it would be dangerous to give away too many, particularly early in the game.
Well, Bold is up there again. It's Merson on the far side that they're aiming for, but it was Bold's header here for Rocastle, tangling with Whelan. Michael Thomas getting to the byline. This could be danger for Liverpool here. And it's flicked just wide. The header by Bold eluded Robillard, and Arsenal within a whisker of getting the goal they so desperately wanted early in this game. The big defender did so well there, and Liverpool's defence, not least Bruce Grobbelaar, was struggling. It was a corner then for Arsenal. Bold again at that near post, looking for the flick in, and Arsenal may feel that this is where their best chance may come, but that was a corner driven in, and Liverpool grateful that Aldridge got his head to it. Rocastle, and here's Barnes. Maybe a bit of space now to work a bit of magic. Rush, a flick on for Aldridge, and back again for Rush. Oh, driven with fantastic power there by Rush, but straight into the body of John Lukic. Real venom in that strike from Rush. A lovely little return ball played there by Aldridge, hit with such power. Just wondering, actually, whether, looking at Rush just a moment ago, he was shouting at the bench whether he, in fact, jarred a leg with that tremendous shot of his just a moment ago. But Peter Beardsley is now warming up for Liverpool. O'Leary to Bold. Richardson to O'Leary. The long ball forward again. Thank you, says Ablett. But he couldn't keep it in play, and so it's an Arsenal throw. Liverpool have been beaten twice at home this season, which will be some consolation for Arsenal, looking for this win by Newcastle United and by Norwich City. Rocastle crossing it in. Ablett getting it away, but only as far as Dixon. There was a shove on him by Barnes, and a free kick for Arsenal. In the sort of position that will encourage the big men to come forward from the back and might just now put some pressure on this Liverpool defence. Winterburn, the man who will take the free kick. Adams, Bold, Smith, O'Leary, all six-footers now, will be looking to get on the end of it. And in fact, it was flicked away there by Alan Smith. Liverpool about to make a substitution. Ian Rush sadly coming off. And Peter Beardsley is on. Well, 12 goals this season so far from Beardsley. And when he came on late in the game against West Ham, it was on Tuesday night after West Ham had played so well for an hour. It was Beardsley who really turned the screw and provided the goals, or the means of getting the goals, in the last quarter of an hour. Liverpool seeking to open up the way on this side of the field now. Staunton finds McMahon. Staunton inside for Barnes. Houghton's made a little run for him. Here's Whelan. Tipped away by Lukic.
I'd like to see that again, Brian. I couldn't help thinking that Lukic made a bit of a meal of that one. It was a good shot, straightforward. Maybe he was on the stretch.
It's a corner for Liverpool. Richardson being told to watch Beardsley by his skipper Tony Adams, but Beardsley finds it and then gets it back to Barnes. This could be a problem for Arsenal. Barnes seeking to get to that byline. It could still be a problem because Liverpool get a corner. Barnes will take it. Rush, or rather Aldridge, the look-alike for Ian Rush, waiting there in the penalty area. A deep one, and flicked away well. Beardsley tried to turn it back. It was flicked away well there by Kevin Richardson for Arsenal. Barnes, who's had a fairly muted game so far. Whelan. Hansen.
McMahon is starting to have an influence. I haven't had the good fortune to see Liverpool too much recently, but I know that he's upped the gear in recent weeks and everyone's looking very closely at him at the moment. But he's beginning to get the mood of this game and he's beginning to have a real influence now, and I feel that Liverpool are just beginning to up the gear.
But the mood of the game is still very much intact. There's still everything to play for. Remembering Arsenal need to win by 2, but we come to an interval where it's Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. And welcome back to Anfield. In the next 45 minutes, the championship of the First Division of the Barclays Football League will be decided. Ian Rush saying at half-time the first 15 minutes of this second half could well be crucial. That Arsenal, you can be sure now, will be going searching even more diligently for that crucial opening goal. So Liverpool get us underway, now attacking the goal to our right. Staunton. Beardsley. Here's Nicol. An excellent first half. Not least that clearance off the line from Bowles' header. Playing it in again, but O'Leary putting it behind on the roof over the Kop for a Liverpool corner. Houghton, the little flick in there to Barnes. Liverpool will be looking to John Barnes to impose himself a little more in the second half, but he was unfortunate there with an outrageous bobble. George Graham, the Arsenal manager there, wanting a bit more action and wanting those goals to come for Arsenal now. They need to win by 2. McMahon away. Castle. Foul that time given against Whelan for his feet too high as he challenged David Rocastle. Arsenal's free kick. Been Winterburn and Richardson behind it. Adams has made a darting little run in there. And Smith! And Arsenal have scored. The Liverpool players are surrounding the referee, asking him to speak to a linesman.
The linesman never hesitated at all, Brian. I looked immediately towards the linesman.
Well, let's see here. Winterburn's kick, and glanced in by Smith. But he's coming across to have a word with the linesman. Now, a crucial decision here. Well, Liverpool were claiming that Smith handled the ball. On the word of the linesman, so much will now depend. Ronnie Whelan looking on there. The goal's been given. And what a game we have now. The breakthrough by Arsenal. Their fans are delighted. The Arsenal bench wonder what happens now. Flicked across there on the far side. It was touched in by Smith.
I can't see room for a genuine complaint there. He came in late, he got in on the blind side, and he definitely made his move after the ball was played.
So Alan Smith notches up his 25th goal of the season, and suddenly this league championship is on a knife edge. One more goal and Arsenal will win it. So Liverpool themselves have quite a task now. The Kop are encouraging their team.
It's that most dangerous ball when the left-footed ball going away from the defenders, a very difficult one for defenders to deal with. But Smith came in very late.
It's difficult to see what the argument's about, David.
Well, I'm certain that wasn't offside.
Nicol. Stopped by Winterburn. Here's Richardson. Merson. Crossed in again towards Smith. Ablett got the header in for Liverpool, and a valuable one it was. O'Leary there for Arsenal. This is really competitive again now. Oh, into the path of Barnes from David O'Leary's pass. A foul on Barnes by Thomas. A free kick to Liverpool. Just a constant wall of noise now. Staunton. Whelan. Barnes in a bit of space. In goes Dixon. There's Richardson. It'll fall for Rocastle. As Arsenal try to get forward again, they're stopped by Staunton. It'll be a free kick. "20 minutes are left. O'Leary's free kick. Sizing up the situation. Stephen Bowles in there as well. It's Smith's. And then Nicol. And Grobbelaar eventually grabs it at the second attempt. And a mistake there by Steve Nicol could have cost Liverpool here. McMahon. Ablett. McMahon. Beardsley. Whelan. Staunton.
You just get the feeling Liverpool are happy to sit on it, and it may be a very unwise policy.
And so unlike them.
Well, whether Arsenal may just run out of steam, Brian, that is another question that we must also consider. They've put a tremendous amount into this half so far.
Merson. Richardson. They really up the tempo, and so far it's paid off with that opening goal from Alan Smith. But Arsenal need another one. Here's Barnes. Comes to Merson, and now Richardson. McMahon. Is he running into trouble though? Oh, was flicked it across the face of Rocastle and found Steve Staunton with it. There's the long one for Aldridge to chase. But here's O'Leary for Arsenal. Adams playing it on for Winterburn. Liverpool are doing the hustling though. Hansen's header. Richardson now guiding one into the path of Winterburn. On to Alan Smith. Ablett's there with him. Merson. Richardson. A chance here. Thomas! And Grobbelaar was able to grab it. Suddenly Thomas totally unmarked, deep inside the Liverpool penalty area. And what a golden opportunity that was. And Grobbelaar just got down in time.
Liverpool are living on the nerves at the moment. And George Graham will really be proud of the way Arsenal have taken this game to Liverpool in the second half. It's a very difficult ground to play at. They've really played with tremendous passion and drive.
I think Liverpool and Arsenal fans up and down the country are living on their nerves at the moment as well. First Division season now beginning to reach an exciting and really dramatic climax. Merson's coming off, and Martin Hayes comes on as Arsenal make a substitute. Well, that's Staunton's ball. I thought was going to go behind for the goal kick. Barnes from Beardsley's back heel. Knocked away, though, by Adams. The action is really furious out there now, as Hansen will take his time to play it to Ablett and then back to Grobbelaar. Houghton. Oh, upended there by Richardson. That could well be a yellow card. It is. He really took Houghton out of it then, Kevin Richardson. First yellow card of the night. Going to Kevin Richardson and providing Liverpool with this free kick. Staunton and Barnes, behind it is Barnes who plays it in. Bowles header away, Richardson helped it on its way. Here's McMahon for Liverpool, a deft little touch there by him for John Barnes. But Arsenal get it away. O'Leary up to Smith, beautifully killed by him, but then Ablett got in, and Hansen will get it back. Quarter of an hour left. Remember, Arsenal need 2 goals. At the moment, they have 1. If it stays this way, Liverpool will be champions for the 19th time. But will it stay this way? Liverpool's throw. To be taken by Ray Houghton. Another Liverpool throw, this time by Nicol. Another substitution. Arsenal want to bring on Perry Groves, another attacker. Well, we can't say they're taking Steve Bold off, so a defender's coming off, and Bold's done a good job. Not least, in fact, when he's gone forward to use his height in the air in the Liverpool penalty area. But he's off now, and another striker comes on as Arsenal now play their last card, seeking this vital second goal. It's with McMahon. Beardsley back to McMahon. Into the path of Beardsley. The whistle's gone. Arsenal concede another free kick. Liverpool might have preferred to have gone on. And McMahon with an injury to the right leg. David Pleat.
Yeah, he's certainly got caught there, McMahon. But he's had great difficulties getting away from people tonight and getting into areas around the box where he can create a clear-cut opening. I do feel that, well, he's got caught there. Not a bad one. The three centre-backs dealt very effectively with every aerial ball that came along, and Bold did a very good job. O'Leary, you know, 15, 16 years, he's done tremendous service for Arsenal. The three centre-backs have done ever so well tonight.
Oh, that amazing sight on the clock. But there's still a job to be done with about 12 minutes left, with Liverpool needing to hold this one-goal advantage overall. Remembering Arsenal are leading 1-0 on the night, but they need to win by 2 goals to win the championship. If they don't, then Liverpool take the title. Barnes with a kick. Beyond the post, a goal kick. Free kick to Liverpool. And I think Michael Thomas might be into trouble. For something he said to the referee. No, it's Rocastle. So Rocastle also gets the yellow card. Free kick to Liverpool. Hansen. High one to Barnes on the far side, well covered by O'Leary. Here's Michael Thomas again, the long ball forward, Martin Hayes chasing for it, Grobbelaar right out of his goal. And a long and quite an effective clearance there. Thomas is in first for Arsenal, who still give the impression of being able to finish the stronger of the two sides, but that's easy for Grobbelaar.
Just now maybe a little bit more space for Beardsley and for Aldridge. Without the security of the third centre-back, I just feel they might be able to thread 1 or 2 balls through the middle to them, and they might be able to conjure some magics, a little bit of magic as the legs get tired for Arsenal.
But really it's a gamble that George Graham had to take in terms of taking off Bold, presumably, and putting on Perry Groves. Liverpool's throw, Houghton with it. Nicol winning that battle. The charge is on. Thomas is after him. And a free kick just outside the box. I think the Kop were calling for a penalty, but the first shove was clearly outside the Arsenal penalty area. So can Liverpool make it safe now? Can they get the equaliser on the night and retain, or regain rather, that 2-goal cushion? A little shove there by Michael Thomas in the first place. Barnes behind it.
You watch Nicol in slow motion and you realise how quick he's going. Tremendous power.
Staunton and Barnes, my money would be on Barnes, as the Kop are baying now for their second goal. Barnes playing it short, getting it back to Houghton. And Rocastle gets it away. Here's Ablett. Into touch by Aldridge. Arsenal's throw. Can't let a couple of great footballing birthday celebrations today go unannounced. Sir Matt Busby, 80 today. I hope Sir Matt is watching. Of course, played here at Liverpool. Came in about 1936, played a few years here before the Second World War. The father of football. I'm sure the world will send him their warmest congratulations on his 80th birthday. And Stan Mortensen of Blackpool in England, 68 today, so happy birthday to you, Morty. It's with Aldridge, and suddenly Houghton's through! Oh! Just over the top. And as you were suggesting, as Arsenal press forward and have released that extra defender, so the gaps might start to appear, and the possibilities for Liverpool to restore that 2-goal lead. Lovely little touch from there from Aldridge for Houghton. Back to Lukic. 7 minutes to go.
Liverpool can comfortably hit the spaces now behind the Arsenal fullbacks.
This really is a nail-biting climax now. Houghton. Richardson got it away. Winterburn crossing it and driven his cross in there towards Rocastle, and Grobbelaar's there. There's tension in young eyes and old, as we have a little over 6 minutes left. If Liverpool can hold on, they are the champions, as Arsenal go searching again for that important second goal.
It just shows the significance of those 5 goals against West Ham.
Dixon kept it in play, found Thomas, found Richardson. On this side is Winterburn, a ball curved into his path, he hopes, but Nicol read that well. There are the signals, get forward, get forward. And the time really has come now with 6 or 5.5 minutes left for Arsenal to take whatever risks must be taken as they push themselves forward. Play on, says referee Hutchinson. Adams planting it onto the head of Smith. Down for Winterburn. Martin Hayes, and now Perry Groves, the other substitute. The ball is crossed in. John Barnes right back there helping out in defence. Beardsley, but Beardsley has only given it to Winterburn. Nicol gets it back to Grobbelaar. Relief amongst the Liverpool fans. A few more seconds go away, and exactly 5 minutes now left in this championship season. Smith, little touch, Rocastle charging through, but stopped by Hansen. Ironic really that Alan Hansen, who's been such a star for so long, won't qualify for a championship medal. This is only his 6th league game, and you have to have 10. A long spell out with injury, but now it's Beardsley. McMahon upping the pace a little bit. Beardsley with a bit of space to move. It'll come to Barnes. Into Aldridge, the flag is up on the far side. So let's leave the clock there now as we come, as you can see, to the last 4 minutes of the game. Everything hanging now on these last 4 minutes. A season of struggle that started in August has come right through here now towards the end of May. All to be decided in the last 4 minutes for the likes of Kenny Dalglish. If his side hold on, they become the champions again. And he becomes the first manager ever to win the double twice. Seconds tick away. Arsenal have a free kick from this sort of position where they scored their crucial goal. Winterburn again will take it, as he did previously. Smith is poised once more, as he was, to glance the header in. O'Leary is in there too, and Nicol is there to make the clearance, and a valuable one too for Liverpool. It's Arsenal's throw. The clock showing 3 minutes left, plus whatever time David Hutchinson adds on for injuries, of course. Perry Groves with a long throw. Adams was in there. Can Hayes get in there too? Hansen, as cool as you like, just stabs it away, and Houghton is pleased to get it away into the Arsenal half of the field. Still the seconds reel away. Thomas. And Arsenal come forward again to the head of Smith, to Martin Hayes. And Ablett is there, just ducking it back with his header for Grobbelaar. Just a fraction of a second before Tony Adams got there for Arsenal. Aldridge. Beardsley's through the middle, he's offside though. So Arsenal get the chance to pile another free kick into that Liverpool half. The clock shows 2 minutes to go. Arsenal fans imploring their team, come on you yellows, they want that second important goal, but suddenly the break is on. Beardsley leading the charge, Aldridge in a perfect position on the far side. But Lukic is there. He'll want to get the ball forward quickly. Richardson is down with a leg injury. And he's still down. But Arsenal want to go on. 41,783 is the crowd here at Anfield. And not a soul is left before the final whistle, you can be sure. Treatment for Kevin Richardson. Referee will have to add on time. Unless there is an amazing and dramatic twist now. It looks like Liverpool, David.
Yes, I think they've set out. They've been very professional tonight. They've made certain of doing the job. They've defended very well in the second half when Arsenal have powered forward in search of the second goal. Barnes, who probably has been as creative and as brilliant a player for them at times this season, has been mainly defending this half and quite happy to do so. And that will all be worthwhile if in a couple of minutes' time they've won the championship.
Well, there's John Barnes saying, come on, as he shouts to his teammates, John Aldridge over there. Let's just keep it going for a few seconds more. Richardson is down again. He's presumably will have to go off. And remember, Arsenal have both their substitutes already on. 1 minute to go. McMahon has got the word from the cop, obviously. But nobody knows quite how much time the referee will add on. But there's a real competitor. And there's a man who really has earned a championship medal. The faces of the players are something to behold at the moment.
I think in a way, if Arsenal are to lose the championship, having had such a lead at one time, it's somewhat poetic justice that they have got the result on the last day, even though they're not to win it.
They would see that as small consolation, I would think, David, but you can see we're now well into time added on. Just a few seconds away now for Kenny Dalglish, unless Arsenal can mount something absolutely spectacular in the few seconds that remain. Nichols in there, Barnes is in there, Adams has stopped him, Barnes has beaten Adams, Aldridge is waiting at the far side, Adams is after his man, but Barnes will not be denied. Yes, he will, by Richardson a moment ago, down and injured. Arsenal come streaming forward now in surely what will be their last attack. A good ball by Dixon, finding Smith. For Thomas, charging through the midfield. Thomas, it's up for grabs now. Thomas, right at the end. An unbelievable climax to the league season. Well into injury time, the Liverpool players are down, absolutely abject. Aldridge is down, Barnes is down, Dalglish just stands there. Nichols on his knees, McMahon's on his knees. Suddenly it was Michael Thomas bursting through. The bounce fell his way. He flips it wide of Grobbelaar. And we have the most dramatic finish maybe in the history of the Football League. The top two challenging on the night. And the title possibly decided in the last minute of the whole season. But wait a moment, Whelan turning it in. And Thomas gets it back to Lukic. We played nearly 2 minutes of injury time. George Graham would love to get out there and play himself, and so would Kenny Dalglish. It's agony for them and for the fans, as Liverpool now, for so long it seemed in command, set the final whistle. Arsenal, the champions. A momentous occasion this for Arsenal, coming here requiring a 2-goal lead, and snatched it in the most dramatic fashion in the last minute of the game. A hammer blow for Liverpool, for the likes of John Barnes, who over the season have produced football of the most majestic standards. David O'Leary helps Aldridge to his feet, and Aldridge wasn't too happy with that. The Kop bravely and gamely applauding their heroes. But the winners are Arsenal, who've gone across to their fans, and they came, it seemed, without a chance. But the Gunners have kept their powder dry until it really mattered. They've denied Liverpool the League and Cup double. Arsenal then champions for the first time since 1971, the 9th time in their history. The first side to win by 2 goals here at Anfield since 1986. A superhuman effort against the odds, and achieved with that goal in the last minute by Michael Thomas. We'll take a break.
Well, welcome back. Absolutely incredible scenes here at Anfield. Arsenal are the champions. They needed to win by 2-0 here this evening, or by 2 clear goals, and they did just that. I've never seen anything quite like it, Bobby Robson. Very briefly, a reaction?
Well, football never surprises you, does it? It happens all the time. An incredible performance by Arsenal. Marvellous for Liverpool, really, because they've had such a wonderful year. But well done for George Graham.
Thanks, Bobby. Let's join Jim Rosenthal down on the pitch.
Well, down here on the centre of the pitch, Tony Adams is lined up on my right with a huge grin on his face. Arsenal have done what many people think was an impossible task. They've won here 2-0 tonight. They've got the championship, and Tony Adams is about to be the proudest footballer in Britain, I would think, if not in Europe, and about to come forward and receive the trophy from John Quinton, the chairman of Barclays Bank. Tony, old chap, through you go. And great credit as well to the Anfield fans. Tony, well done. I mean, everybody said it was impossible here tonight, but you kept going until the 91st minute.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. We had that bit of luck tonight, didn't we? We got the late goal, and there's no way they was going to come back scoring that late. You know, the lads were really fired up, and I'm very pleased, and the boys are magnificent, played brilliant.
But deep down here, be honest, driving up on the coach, did you really have that inner feeling that Arsenal could do it?
You know, coming up here and playing at Liverpool, you know, it's a very hard place to come on any situation. So we just give it a go. We just give it our best shot, and it worked out for us on the night. You know, you can only do your best, and we tried hard and done our best.
Many congratulations to you and to Arsenal.
Thank you very much, Jim. Thank you.
Well, absolutely astonishing, Bobby. I think we both agree. You've been watching football a lot longer than me. I think neither of us seen anything quite like the scenes here at Anfield this season. It marks the end of our series of the match this season. We hope you've all enjoyed it. From the two of us tonight, bye-bye.
Arsenal come streaming forward now in surely what will be their last attack. A good ball by Dixon, finding Smith. To Thomas, charging through the midfield. Thomas, it's up for grabs now. Thomas, right at the end. An unbelievable climax to the league season.